And so now let's move on to our 2 lunations in the upcoming month. And we have 2 eclipses this month in January. The first is a partial eclipse with the new moon, and the second is a full lunar eclipse with the full moon. The new moon is on the 5th for much of the world, and on the 4th for those locations farther west, and it's in the sign of Capricorn. The sun and the moon are both at 15 degrees, which is the number of spiritual alchemy and uplifting others through joy and laughter. Saturn and Pluto are sitting right on either side of the sun and the moon on this day. And so the sun and the moon are right smack dab in the middle of Saturn and Pluto. And Mercury is close by for this new moon gathering as well. In total, there are 3 planets in Capricorn, plus the sun and the moon and the south node. And to add to this Capricorn extravaganza, there are a total of 3 Capricorn eclipses occurring in 2019. So this strong Capricorn influence will be a fitting companion to the upcoming energies in 2019. Capricorn is associated with our goals, achievements, and status, but in a broader sense, it is all about the maturity that we glean from life experience, the evolution of our soul through learning and stepping into our personal authority, recognizing how and when we can be in our own authority, and at the same time working within society. It's about recognizing where we have control and where we do not. And again, there we see the theme of trust. It is about how we choose to be sovereign individuals with minds, hearts, and eyes open and aware, and how we can allow others their sovereignty as well. The responsibility of Capricorn and the structure of this sign will support our ability to focus on what matters and to recognize distractions or scattered energy when it arises. This is such a powerful eclipse, and it's the first of a few, and the eclipse impact lasts for 6 months, right? And this is a new moon, and it's the first new moon of 2019. So this is a time to look at how we can step into our own personal leadership with focus on our divine mission. Even if we don't, quote unquote, know what that is, we can look at what qualities of character our soul wants us to embody. And that in itself is a very important question. It can take courage to ask ourselves these questions and to hold ourselves to our evolving standards. But the energy is supporting us with this. We can also look at how we need to take our gifts more seriously and shining the light on these so we can bring them forward into the world to serve others. Now with this moon, there will be opportunities to feel the raw power of our emotions and to look at these for information, making changes where it's needed, and recognizing what needs to be purged. This is quite a busy moon, actually, with Mercury square Mars, which is an activating, motivating energy, but can have us behaving a bit aggressively. And with Mercury, it could be around communication, so we just want to be aware of that. The Sun and Moon are both sextile to Neptune, which brings a dreamy, spiritual, transcendent energy that could be applied to creating something inspiring or immersing oneself in the vibration of unconditional love and listening to the whisperings of the soul. So on this new moon day, we want to do things that make us feel connected to our divinity, whether it is meditation, energy work, prayer, a walk in nature, reading something inspiring, listening to beautiful music, creating something beautiful or healing, even listening deeply to another or listening deeply to ourselves. There are a number of other aspects, including trines and squares on this new moon, in addition to what we've already talked about here. And interestingly, the peak of the partial solar eclipse on this new moon day is 13 minutes after the peak of the new moon. So here we see the 13th theme infused into the very timing of these events on this day. It is pretty darn amazing, I'd say. There's such a mix of activation and flow in this moon, very much embracing the energy of initiation and the energy of intuitive perception. And this is a relationship that we'll be feeling all year long. Okay, so that was the new moon. Now the full moon is on the 21st for much of the world and for the east coast of the U.S., and it's on the 20th for the rest of the Americas. It is a total lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo, with the moon at 0 degrees of Leo and the sun at 0 degrees of Aquarius. The moon in Leo emphasizes the themes of light, joy, purpose, and romance. We may feel a longing to make a difference, to have an impact, to move towards leading a purposeful life. This energy wants to radiate its own light from within, out into the world for all to see and appreciate. And with the sun and moon in a T-square to Uranus, which rules Aquarius, where the sun is sitting during the full moon, we can see radical shifts occurring within us and perhaps around us. This T-square may bring an electricity to the air and excitement that moves quickly and can bring us flashes of insight. This is also the energy of revolution. And with it being a T-square, it is very activating. So we may feel motivated to make changes, perhaps from the desire for more freedom. And with the moon and Chiron in trine, it looks like we can find healing in the information we receive and open ourselves up to feel the love that is around us in every moment. And this is it's not the kind of human love that we feel for, someone in our family or a beloved, although that's part of it. But this is more like the element of love, the love of the Creator, the frequency of love that we can dial into like a radio station signal. And we can do this at any time if we so choose. And so during this full moon, total lunar eclipse, we'll want to do that. We'll want to take some time to just feel in, to dial in, and literally, like we could even imagine a dial and moving that dial until we feel that frequency of love. We also, on this day, have Mars square Saturn, and both are in their home signs of Aries and Capricorn. So we could see where we perceive or act with aggression around authority, power, and the masculine nature. And interestingly, they are both at 13 degrees, the number of the divine feminine. So this could be a profound moment to appreciate and integrate these energies and to clear or purge those beliefs and habits that keep us limited in our perspective. We also have Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Sagittarius and forming an exact trine to Mars in Aries. So again, we have the masculine and feminine, and with this trine we have lots of fire, so sparks may be flying in expansive and fortunate ways around love and romance. This is also another busy moon, and there are other aspects we haven't touched on here, but overall, the image of empowered, integrated change towards greater freedom, joy, love, and balance rings strong with this full moon.